Julio went 3 for 5 today, and it wasn't just three meaningless hits. It was three hits. One of them was a home run that drove in a run, and then he drove in two more runs. He drove in a total of 4 runs today. Uh, two of them on an RBI, two RBI single, stole two bases and scored 2 runs. It was absolutely amazing to see Julio do that. Julio, I think, is the player of the game. It was a 2 run homer and two RBI on. Actually, he may have had 5 RBI. I may be miscounting. No, it was 4 RBI. He didn't strike out, scored 2 runs. Mitch Garver walked twice. It was hilarious. We did have to pinch hit for Zebby, and he struck out. But the Mariners only struck out 6 times while walking 3 times. Had 9 runs on 10 hits. Nationals had 5 runs on 8 hits, no walks. There were a couple of errors. At one point, the Mariners were up uh, 1-0 when Jorge Polanco grounded out into a fielder's choice and Mitch Garver scored, and we had reached on a hit, an error, and a fielder's choice, and we were up 1-0 at the top of the second. Then Julio hit his 2 run homer. Ty France homered in the sixth. He broke the game open. We had some. The fifth and the seventh were a little bit rough, shaky. Brian Wu came into the game. He gave up 5 hits on 3 runs on 5 hits, all of them earned. Struck out one, gave up one home run. Brought his ERA up to 1.66, which actually doubled his ERA. Stanek gets credit for a blown save because he came in and gave up 2 runs plus the bequeathed runners. How many bequeathed runners did he give up? I think it was twice. Yeah, to the two bequeathed runners. So Wu really only gave up the 1 run while he was directly pitching, and he is still yet to get an out in the seventh inning for Aaron Goldsmith, which I was surprised by. 4 for 10 with runners in scoring position for us. I thought we were actually a little bit worse than that, but that's good. Only left 5 on base, 2 for 4 in scoring position for the Nationals, and they left 4 on base. Julio stole twice, second base, which was awesome. Dylan Moore did get caught stealing, and then Robles just walked into second base at one point without a throw. There was an error on Senzel. That was that one that gave us our second base runner in the second inning, and then the fielder's choice to score the run, which was wild. Um, Top of the ninth, Dylan Moore got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, and I'm just looking at it. It was a 3-2 count. So I was like, something's gonna happen. Um, and yeah, he got hit by a pitch, which was wild to me that RBI hit by pitch. Then Julio singled line drive, a hard hit liner, scoring 2 runs. Scored Crawford and Luke Rayleigh. Demo also scored. Voss gets the win, and Munoz does not get credit for a save because he came in with a 4 run lead. But the funniest part of this game was the kid. A kid, Jonathan Clase, was going to go make a catch in foul territory. He jumps, hits the wall. Nobody thinks he caught it, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's a foul ball." And the camera just cuts to Scott coming out to the ump, being like, "What?" And nobody understood what was happening. There was a little kid, like probably 12, 13 years old, in Mariners gear, no parents anywhere around either, who reached his glove over the foul pole and caught the ball. And controversial as it is, they called it fan interference. So it ended the inning. It was just the funniest way I've ever seen an inning end. I was like, "What?" When I heard that, I was like, "What do you mean the inning is over?" And then apparently on the Nationals broadcast, people were complaining that the kid was in a Mariners hat or jersey, which is hilarious because, like, why? What if he? What if that had been a Mariner who hit the ball? It still would have been fan interference. Mariners now, in terms of strikeouts, have 548, 24 more than the Athletics. We've walked 163 times, have 395 hits, and scored 202 runs, 7 of them without being batted in. We're 11 for 41 on stolen bases. I almost couldn't do math there. Our OPS is 667. The highest OPS in the league is 774, and the lowest OPS in the league is the White Sox at 608. So we're lost us. I literally lost Seattle. Chicago, Miami, Washington, Cincy, Pitt, Tampa. We are the 23rd best team in OPS in the league. Not great. Our average is Houston has the highest average at 263. We play them starting tomorrow for a 4 game set. And we have the fourth worst average in the league. and and the fourth worst on base percentage in the league. At least when we get hits, we get hits for extra bases. This is not a thing. 4-10 on the road trip. I would have preferred to go 5-10, 4-6 on the road trip. Would have preferred to go 5-5, but they maintain the division lead through at least tomorrow. Tomorrow through Thursday's games against Houston will all have implications on the division race as well as the division as a whole. We'll also have to see what Texas is doing. But it's going to be very tough for the Mariners to maintain the division lead as Houston is getting hot. Although Texas hasn't been very good lately either. See you tomorrow.